Lionel Andrés Messi was not born into luxury, fame, or greatness. His story did not begin in massive stadiums filled with cheering fans, nor under the bright lights of global television. It began quietly, in the city of Rosario, Argentina, where a small boy with big dreams chased a football through narrow streets. Messi was born on June 24, 1987, into a humble working-class family. His father, Jorge Messi, worked in a steel factory, while his mother, Celia, was a cleaner. They lived a simple life, but one thing was clear very early: Lionel had something special. At just 5 years old, Messi joined a local club called Grandoli, coached by his father. Even among older kids, his control of the ball was unreal. The ball seemed glued to his feet, as if it belonged there. People would stop and watch, amazed at how such a small child could move with such confidence and skill. However, life soon presented a challenge that could have ended his dream forever. At the age of 11, Messi was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. This meant his body was not growing properly. The treatment was expensive, far beyond what his family could afford. Doctors warned that without treatment, Messi might never grow strong enough to play professional football. For many families, this would have been the end. But Messi's family refused to give up. They knocked on doors, approached clubs, and searched for help. In Argentina, even his club Newell's Old Boys, where Messi was already scoring hundreds of goals at youth level, could not afford his treatment. That's when fate intervened. In the year 2000, a small boy and his family traveled to Spain for a trial at FC Barcelona. At first, club officials were unsure. Messi was tiny, quiet, and shy. But once he stepped on the pitch, everything changed. Within minutes, coaches realized they were watching something extraordinary. Legend says that Barcelona's sporting director, Carles Rexach, was so convinced that he offered Messi a contract on a paper napkin, promising to sign him immediately. Barcelona agreed to pay for Messi's medical treatment and bring his family to Spain. At just 13 years old, Messi left his home, his friends, and his country, all for a dream. Life in Barcelona was not easy. Messi struggled with homesickness. He barely spoke, missed his family, and often cried at night. But on the pitch, he was unstoppable. In Barcelona's famous youth academy La Masia, Messi quickly stood out. He was smaller than everyone else, but faster, smarter, and more skilled. Goal after goal, match after match, Messi rose through the ranks. In 2004, at the age of 17, Lionel Messi made his first team debut for FC Barcelona. The football world was introduced to a new name, one that would soon become legendary. His first goal came soon after, assisted by none other than Ronaldinho. That moment symbolized the passing of a torch. The magician of the present was welcoming the magician of the future. As seasons passed, Messi evolved. He wasn't just a talented youngster anymore. He became the heart of Barcelona. His dribbling destroyed defenses. His vision created impossible passes. His finishing became deadly. Under coach Pep Guardiola, Messi reached a level football had rarely seen before. He played as a false nine, scoring goals while creating chances, confusing defenders, and rewriting tactics. Records began to fall. Hat-tricks, trophies, Ballon d'Or awards. Messi collected them year after year. In 2012 alone, he scored 91 goals in a calendar year, a record that shocked the world. But greatness is never without struggle. Despite his club success, Messi faced heavy criticism for not winning major trophies with Argentina. Final after final ended in heartbreak. Fans doubted him. Critics questioned his leadership. Some even said he could never be a true legend without international success. The pressure was immense. Messi retired from international football once, then returned, refusing to abandon his nation. He kept fighting, not for personal glory, but for the people who believed in him. And then, redemption came. Argentina won the Copa America, and later, the ultimate prize, the FIFA World Cup. Tears replaced criticism. Doubt turned into respect. The boy from Rosario had completed his journey. Lionel Messi was no longer just a football genius. He was a symbol of perseverance, humility, and belief. From a small child battling illness, to a global icon inspiring millions, Messi's rise proves that true greatness is not given, it is earned. By the time Lionel Messi lifted his first Ballon d'Or, The football world had already accepted a new reality. This was not just talent, this was destiny unfolding. Yet, behind the trophies and applause, Messi remained the same quiet boy from Rosario. He spoke little, trained endlessly, and let his football do the talking. At Barcelona, Messi became more than a player. He became the system itself. Opponents prepared entire strategies just to stop him, and still failed. 2 defenders, 3 defenders, sometimes even 4 would surround him, but Messi always found a way through. His dribbling wasn't about power, it was about timing, balance, and intelligence. Every movement looked effortless, yet impossible to copy. Season after season, he delivered moments that felt unreal. A solo run past half the opposing team. A last-minute free kick curled perfectly into the top corner. A delicate chip over a rushing goalkeeper in a Champions League final. Fans didn't just watch Messi, they felt him. Barcelona entered a golden era. League titles, domestic cups, and European glory became routine. With Xavi and Iniesta beside him, Messi orchestrated football like a symphony. The team moved as one, and Messi was the melody everyone remembered. But as success grew, so did pressure. Expectations became unbearable. Anything less than perfection was seen as failure. Every missed chance, every lost final, every quiet match was magnified. And nowhere was the pressure heavier than with Argentina. Messi carried the hopes of an entire nation, a country that worshipped football and compared every legend to Diego Maradona. No matter how brilliant Messi was, critics said the same thing. He hasn't won it with Argentina. World Cup finals lost. Copa America heartbreaks. Penalty shootouts that ended in silence. Each loss cut deep. In 2016, after another painful final defeat, Messi made a shocking decision. He retired from international football. The world was stunned. Argentina mourned. A nation realized how much it needed him. But Messi's story was never about quitting. He returned, not because of trophies, but because of responsibility. Because the boy who once cried leaving Argentina would never abandon it. As years passed, Barcelona began to change. Key players left. The club struggled financially. The system that once protected Messi started to collapse. He carried the team on his shoulders, match after match, season after season. Then came the moment no one imagined. In 2021, Lionel Messi left FC Barcelona. After more than 20 years at the club, the separation felt unreal. Tears flowed as Messi said goodbye, not just to a team, but to a home. For fans, it felt like losing a part of their identity. Messi joined Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. A new country, a new league, a new challenge. The transition wasn't easy. Different style, different rhythm, different expectations. But slowly, Messi adapted. Assists, goals, and moments of magic returned. Yet something felt unfinished. Messi's true mission still waited. The 2022 FIFA World Cup. This tournament felt different from the beginning. Messi played not just with skill, but with purpose. Every touch carried emotion. Every goal carried belief. Argentina stumbled early, but Messi lifted the team. He led by example, not with speeches, but with action. Goals, assists, leadership. Match by match, Argentina grew stronger. Then came the final. A game that felt like destiny itself. Drama, goals, comebacks, penalties. When Messi lifted the World Cup trophy, time seemed to stop. The boy who once needed medical help just to grow. The teenager who left home with tears in his eyes. The man who carried criticism for years. Had finally reached the summit of football. The debate ended. The journey was complete. But Messi wasn't finished. After conquering Europe and the world, he made another unexpected move, to enter Miami in the United States. Many thought it was the end. They were wrong. Messi transformed the league overnight. Stadiums sold out. Viewership exploded. And once again, Messi delivered magic. Free kicks. Late winners. Leadership. Wherever Messi goes, football follows. Yet through it all, Messi never changed. No scandals. No arrogance. No obsession with fame. Just football. His story is not about being loud, it's about being relentless. Not about perfection, but persistence. Lionel Messi's rise teaches us that greatness isn't built in comfort. It's built in sacrifice, discipline, and belief, even when the world doubts you. From Rosario to Barcelona. From heartbreak to history. From a fragile child to a football immortal. This is not just the rise of a football genius. This is the story of believing in your dream, no matter how impossible it seems. By the time Lionel Messi stepped onto the pitch wearing Argentina's captain armband, he was no longer playing only for himself. He was playing for memory, for identity, and for millions who saw their dreams reflected in his left foot. Unlike many superstars, Messi never tried to dominate the spotlight. He never shouted for attention or demanded praise. His leadership was quiet, almost invisible, but deeply powerful. Teammates followed him not because they were told to, but because they believed in him. As captain, Messi matured in ways the world hadn't seen before. He encouraged young players, protected them from pressure, and carried responsibility in moments when others hesitated. When Argentina struggled, Messi didn't hide, he stepped forward. The World Cup victory didn't just complete Messi's career, it healed his relationship with his country. Streets filled with joy. People cried, celebrated, and sang his name. For the first time, there was no comparison, no debate, no doubt. Messi wasn't chasing Maradona anymore. He had become Messi. But true legends are tested after success, not before it. Many expected Messi to slow down, to relax, to enjoy retirement in comfort. Instead, he chose a new challenge. In Major League Soccer, Messi wasn't just a footballer, he became a revolution. Young fans who had never watched football before suddenly knew his name. Clubs adjusted schedules. Broadcasters changed plans. And on the pitch, Messi proved something important. Talent doesn't fade with age. Intelligence evolves. His pace was different, but his vision was sharper. His dribbles were fewer, but more precise. Every touch had meaning. Messi didn't need to run past 5 players anymore. One pass could break an entire defense. One free kick could decide a match. His influence went beyond goals. Young players trained harder. Coaches studied his movement. The league grew faster than anyone expected. Yet even as a global icon, Messi remained grounded. He trained early, left quietly, went home to his family. For Messi, football was never about ego, it was about expression. Away from the pitch, Messi's life reflected the same values. A devoted husband. A caring father. A son who never forgot his roots. Despite unimaginable wealth, he lived simply. He stayed close to childhood friends. He returned to Rosario whenever possible. Fame never changed him, it only revealed who he already was. Messi's story also reshaped how the world understood greatness. He wasn't the tallest, not the strongest, not the loudest. Yet he became the best. His rise proved that football intelligence, balance, discipline, and creativity can defeat physical advantage. That kindness and humility are not weaknesses. That consistency matters more than hype. Every generation needs a symbol. For some, it was Pelé. For others, Maradona. For this generation, it is Messi. Children don't just copy his goals, they copy his behavior. They learn to respect the game. They learn to trust their ability. Messi never promised to be perfect. He promised to work. And he did, every single day. Looking back, his journey feels almost unreal. A boy too small to play. A family struggling to afford treatment. A teenager leaving home alone. A man carrying a nation's expectations. And through it all, one thing never changed. The ball at his feet. Messi didn't just master football, he spoke its language. Every touch was a sentence. Every goal was a story. His rise reminds us that destiny favors those who endure. Those who stay humble. Those who believe quietly, even when the world is loud. Lionel Messi is not just a football genius. He is proof that greatness can be gentle. That power can be calm. That legends don't need noise, they need truth. And as long as football is played, as long as dreams are chased, the story of Lionel Messi will continue to inspire. Because some journeys don't end with trophies. They live forever in hearts.